Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Shawn Mackin. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. I'm so glad that you're still here and this content is still serving you. Today I want to talk about weight loss and eating out. Yeah, I know that this is a struggle for a lot of people, aka used to be myself. And I want to talk about this because I think we can have a lot of stress when it comes to eating out and trying to lose weight. We think, oh, I can't eat out because then I'll always gain weight, or, I just don't know how to do mindful eating while eating out. And today I want to talk about the 3 different circumstances in which we find ourselves eating out. And some of it's inevitable, and the reality is you are going to eat out. And so how can we work with you? How can we make it help you rather than hurt you? That's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing that will lead us to working out is travel. Simply, we're never in the same spot, right? We always are. We go visit family, we go on vacations, we have work outings, we have to do a lot of things, and we are going to inevitably travel at some point in our lives. Traveling is going to require you to eat out. And there are some ways that can help you work that out. But in all, you're just going to have to think in a way that's going to help you rather than hurt you. Now, if you're trying to be one of those budget-friendly people who, you like to not have to spend a whole lot of money when you're out and about, because you know that when you travel, food is just expensive. It is. And one thing that helps is to, if you're especially traveling in the car and you're going from one state to another, or one city to another, depending how far the city is to pack a snack bag. Having granola bars, having sandwiches on hand for when you're hungry or your kids are hungry. That's the simplest way to maintain a budget-friendly eating experience, right? But otherwise, you're still going to experience eating out at a restaurant, especially if you're traveling to visit family. A lot of times they'll be like, well, let's go out to eat. I know my family's like that. And I know that when we go to Washington, my husband really enjoys going to Zips because he loves Zips. So I know that eating out is going to be inevitable when I travel. And so what I do is the same thing that I do when I'm at home. I say, okay, we can go to Zips, but I only want to eat when I'm hungry. So let's go to Zips when I'm hungry. I'll get the sandwich. I'll have a couple of the fries, maybe a couple, we'll see. And I'll figure out how I feel afterwards. If I need more, I'll have a little more fries. I'll have maybe a bite of my kid's thing or whatever. And that's it. Simple. Or if I'm going to go to a fancier restaurant with my family, I know that when it comes to being on my family side, my dad really likes steakhouses. So he'll say, let's go to Fleming's. Okay. So I'm going to go. I know we're going to go at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to have lunch maybe at around 11, which is going to be light because I want to enjoy a good steak over at Fleming's. So I'm just going to hold off my hunger until it's time to go eat. And I'll say, okay, at lunchtime I'm going to have maybe a salad at my parents' house or whatever, if I'm traveling. And we're going to have Fleming's for dinner. And I know I want a steak, and maybe I'll share a salad with my husband. My parents are going to get a couple sides. I might get a bite of it. But that's it. That's how it works for me. And I know that those things will serve me. I know that that's all I need. Another time that is really easy to go out to eat is for the matter of convenience. It's been a long day at work. You're really hungry. You missed your lunch hour and you're feeling really, really hungry. And you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to McDonald's because it's easy. I'm tired. I've put a lot of work in today, and even in work, maybe your needs weren't met and it's just a job that's not serving you. And so you're just going to go grab McDonald's and you're going to order food. I know that for me, that was what I would do all the time. And what I have learned about eating with convenience is that is the most avoidable option when it comes to eating or working or eating and trying to lose weight. We very rarely eat out of or eat out because of convenience anymore. We tend to plan our convenient eating times, and that's going to be generally on a Saturday when I really just want to spend time hanging out with my family, and I don't really want to cook during that time. So we'll either have leftovers or we'll go out to eat, and we'll have, like, there's a new chicken place down the street from my house called Dave's Hot Chicken, and we really like Dave's Hot Chicken. They have really good sandwiches. And so we will get the chicken sandwich. But you know what? I have that chicken sandwich for lunchtime around is when we go out to eat, if we do. And I'm not hungry for the rest of the day. Like, I'm full. I'm very satisfied for the rest of the day. Like, I don't eat at all. Or if and I think even with that stress of eating, and then you end up overeating because you're stressed and you're just frustrated and you want something warm and savory to make you feel good because you're angry or upset. Even in that, I don't get to the point where I eat out anymore because I have a really delicious savory meal ready for me to cook before when I get home. You know, something I really love is Thai chicken and rice. So I actually have it prepared, frozen in my freezer. Before I leave for work at 5 a.m., I just pull it out of the freezer. Or this is what I would do. And it would be defrosted by the time I got home. Pop it in the pressure cooker for 30 minutes, 45 minutes max, and there it is. So it's now, I don't really have to wait to eat. So that's another option. Or maybe your spouse comes home early and they can pop it in the pressure cooker for you while you're on your way home, so you have that hot, fresh meal ready to go once you get home. So that's a good way to prepare for those times. And another thing that you can do with convenient situations is when you do have the time to cook, I would go ahead and make enough for a separate meal, completely cook it, freeze it in the freezer, and then just defrost it when it's ready to eat. And a lot of times, actually I want to say about 95% of the time when it's a home-cooked meal and it's cooked, prepared in the freezer, the spices continue marinating in that meal, and so it actually tastes better than when you first made it. And then you just have to defrost it, warm it up in the microwave, and there you go. That's another way to deal with the struggle wanting to conveniently eat by going out to eat instead of staying home and eating a food that's going to serve you better. Because it's easy to, with a convenient mindset, to just say, screw it, I'm just going to eat something that makes me feel good immediately, and then you also immediately regret eating, and we don't want to do that. And then the last thing that's really common for us to overeat is during events, weddings, funerals, church, like church potlucks, or work potlucks, or any kind of event, honestly. I think you understand what I'm saying when I say event. And I'm sure you've been to one where you're like, man, and I overate. The easy thing you can do a lot of those situations is where you have to also participate. So pick a food that you like. That if there's foods there that don't serve you, at least you brought your food that does serve you, so then you have a food option there. And look at what's there. And also, do you even want to eat during this event? That's another option you have for yourself. When it comes to events, it's so easy to think that we have to eat whatever was in the cafeteria of the school for the teacher potluck day. And I know this because I've done many teacher potlucks. And the truth is you don't. You don't have to eat, especially if you're not hungry. So when it comes to the teacher potluck day, you can opt to say, I don't want to eat because I'm not hungry during this time. Or let's say that you are hungry, you do want to eat. Okay, well, take a look and take inventory of what's there. Or something that's new, you've never tried. Don't just go ahead and make it a whole plate of food of it, but just take a bite. Make yourself a small plate first. Pick out the foods you want and you want to try. Try it. First of all, try all of that's on the plate. Say, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat all this food here. Okay, when that's done, was there something you really liked over something else? And are you still hungry? First of all, are you still hungry? Yes? Okay, was there something that you ate that you liked more than everything else there? Okay, I really like the spinach dip. Okay, so you're going to grab a little bit more of the spinach dip with the chips that probably go along with it. And you're going to eat that. Enjoy the time that you have with the other teachers that are there. Focus on the teachers, like Mrs. meant for us to have a meal together. Spend time, talk about the students, whatever. Do whatever you do. I get it. And then carry on with your day. I also used to work in a call center. There was a lot of potlucks there too. And it's the same thing. Like, pick a little bit of different foods that seem interesting. Try them. Was there anything that you really liked? Okay, pick that out again and give yourself more of a full serving of it for you. I'm not saying that you're going to get yourself completely stuffed, but enough to satisfy you with whatever goes with it. Enjoy that and spend time with the people you're eating with. That's all it is. You know, I think that we can think that it's about the food, but it's really about the community. Like, we don't do potlucks just for you to eat. A potluck is there for you to commune with other people, to be in unity with other people. So enjoy that time with other people. At a wedding, you are there for the wedding to celebrate somebody, right? So enjoy the food they have, but more than that, it's more about the couple, it's more about the celebration, the dancing, than it is even about the food. I hope this was good food for thought for you guys. Food for thought. We talked about food. Anyway, that's what it is. I'm weird like that. So, let me know what you thought. I want to hear in the comment section below. Maybe there's something that I missed and you're like, what about this kind of situation? Just definitely send a comment so I can give you my insight of how I would mindfully eat through that scenario. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. So you don't have to make eating out a, like, do I want to lose weight and not eat by not eating, or do I need to eat? So it's up to you. You choose. You can lose weight and still eat. Anyway, I will talk to you later.